नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद।
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद।
जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद।
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद।
जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद।
जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद।
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद।
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद।
जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद।
जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद।
My humble obeisances to all the devotees for this second session, third session of the second time. For the obeisance to all the disciples of Lord Chaitanya and all the senior devotees present here, and especially our dear Amarendra Guru, who has immersed us in the nectarian descriptions of Srimad Bhagavatam, Chanting, speaking from the Gita. Satyavati says, Iti Krishna Leela Dhirananda Kundi Svadhosham Nimarjantam Apyapayantam Tanireshu Bhakteshu Bhakte Vitadvam Puna prema dasam sarvavritimante. Iti Krishna Leela, by performing such enchanting leelas like Damodar Leela, Vrabhakshana Leela, Kalyadavan Leela, Lord Krishna intends to immerse all his devotees in pools of ecstasy. Ananda Kundi. Svadhosham Nimajjantam. Svadhosham, which is all the devotees, Nimajjantam, is immersing them in Ananda Kundi, in pools of ecstasy. This Krishna performs so many leelas and immerses his devotees in pools of ecstasy. But the real immersion in the pool of ecstasy happens when some of his great devotees like Gauranga Darshan narrate those leelas. So without devotees narrating the leelas, how can we be immersed in pools of ecstasy? So there is narration, which is important. Sukadeva Goswami spoke. That's why this morning I was sharing Nityam Vishnu Jana Priyaha. So Sukadeva Goswami became very dear to all the devotees, and all the devotees became very dear to Sukadeva Goswami because of his own absorption in Krishna Katha, Srimad Bhagavatam. So those who are immersed in studying and sharing the nectarian pastimes of Srimad Bhagavatam naturally become dear to all the devotees, just as Amarendra has become very dear to our hearts. Hare Krishna. With your blessings, I will speak something on Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. So, the topic that I have selected is Matra Bhakta Shivamani. Just now we sang Sachi Sutashtakam. Pranamami Sachi Sutta Gaura. So, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Sachi Sutta. This morning we were discussing the internal reasons for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance in this world. Sachi Garbha. So, Sachi Mata's womb is like an ocean. Mahaprabhu is like the moon that appeared from the ocean. Right? He is Hindu, that's Hindu. So, the Lord likes to be addressed in relationship with his devotees. Krishna is Partha Sarathi, Radharama, Rukmini Vallabha, Yashodananda, Nandananda. Here, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami glorifies Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Matru Bhakta Shiromani, and Prabhupada translates this term as the best of all, the festival of all the devotees of mothers. He is the Supreme Lord who appeared to establish Shiva Dharma. He is the Supreme Lord, Krishna himself, who appeared to spread Krishna prema to Krishna now. But how Mahaprabhu dealt with all his devotees, so personal, so intimate, so loving, so caring. Even after taking sannyas, generally a sannyas is believed to be very much detached from family members. That's what sannyasa is. So one facet of sannyasa is that being detached from family members. But how much Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu cared for his mother, loved his mother. That we can see in Chaitanya Charitamrita right from Adalila to Antilila. So the next couple of hours, let's try to meditate on Mahaprabhu's deep relationship with Sachi Mata. I very briefly narrate some of the incidents that happened in the initial part of Mahaprabhu's pastimes, Adalila. Then we focus more on the Sannyas Leela and post-Sannyas Leela and Mahaprabhu's relationship with Sachi Mata. This morning, as we were hearing the description of Kalya pastime, Kalya Damaralila from Amarendra Prabhu, just a prelude, he said he could cover only 5 shlokas in that chapter. I was thinking, Prabhu, it will be very hard for me to enter into Gaur Lila because I am too immersed in Krishna Lila now. So I need your blessings to make a switch to Gaur Lila now. Still, all those memories of this morning turned up was immersion. They sometimes distract me to Srimad Bhagavatam, which is a positive distraction. But let's enter Chaitanya Charitamrita. Therefore, we are offering the prayer to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Kathanchana smrute yasmin dushkaram sukaram bhavet smrute viparitam syat Sri Chaitanyam Namamitam. Kathanchana smrute yasmin. If you remember Lord Gauranga, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, dushkaram sukaram bhavet. Whatever is difficult will become very easy. Even Valo Anugraha, by his Anugraha, even a kid also, even someone who is very naive and very small in devotion and service also will be able to understand Gaura Tattva and describe Gaura Gita. It's only by his grace. Whatever good happens, if we are able to describe something in his glorification, that is only by his grace. Without the Lord's sanction, without the Lord's inspiration, we won't be able to do anything. Dushkaram Sukaram Bhavet. That which is difficult can become very easy. Vismrite viparitam syat. But if you forget him, it becomes difficult. Even the easiest thing becomes very difficult if you forget the Lord. Even the toughest thing will become very easy and effortless if you remember the Lord. So let's remember Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu before discussing his relationship with Sachi Mata. Sri Chaitanyam Namamitam. As in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Sutta Goswami mentions in the first canto Birds fly high into the sky as much as the Lord allows them to fly. The Lord has given different capacities to fly to different people. Different birds have different flying capacities. The sparrow can fly a little higher. The peacock at the max on the boundary wall. That's all. And say eagles can fly so high, vultures can fly so high, Garuda, Jatayu, Sampati can fly so high. But small birds can fly very less heights. So the flying capacity depends on how much the Lord has bestowed upon the bird. Similarly, a devotee also will be able to describe the glories of the Supreme Lord as much as the Lord allows. So to the degree the Lord has given the power of description, Prabhupada used this term, power of description. To the degree the Lord has empowered a devotee with some power of description, to that degree the devotee will be able to describe the glories of the Lord. And of course different devotees are empowered to render different services. Not everyone will be able to speak, not everyone will be able to sing, not everyone will be able to manage like Aditya Narayan Prabhu in their retreat. Morning we were hearing the glories of Aditya Narayan Prabhu. So different devotees are empowered in different ways. So whatever service we render, it is all because of the Lord's blessings. So now Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared on the lunar eclipse day. So the moon thought, Gaura Chandra is appearing. What should this Chandra do? Let me hide. Let me disappear. Let me just hide myself. And Lord Gauranga appeared when everyone is chanting the holy names of Hari, Hari, Krishna, Krishna. When the entire atmosphere of Navadvip is charged with loud vibrations of the chanting of the holy names of Hari, Krishna, then Lord Gaura Hari appeared on this planet. Right from his appearance, right from the day of his appearance, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is trying to establish the dharma of chanting the holy names of the Lord. There is no other dharma in this world. Kali Kali Namarupi Krishna Avatar. In Kali Yuga, Krishna appeared in the form of holy name, and we can access Krishna's mercy most effectively by chanting the names of Krishna. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is trying to induce people to chant right from the day of his birth and even in his childhood. As a small infant baby, when Mahaprabhu was crying, Nimai was crying, all the neighboring ladies, motherly ladies will gather there and they try to pacify him. But Mahaprabhu will not stop his crying. Then they will chant the names of Hari, Hari, Krishna, Krishna, Then Nimai will stop crying. So this is how he induces the process of chanting the holy name of the Lord even at a child. And the relationship between Sachi Mata and Nimai is so sweet. One day, Sachi Mata gave him some sandesh and some sweets to eat. Instead, little Nimai started eating some dirt. And immediately Sachi Mata came and said, Nimai, what are you doing? Why did you eat this dirt? And then Nimai used his logic. As a small child, he was using his logic. He said, this earth gives so many plants and grasses, and the cows eat those grasses, and the cows give milk, and with that milk we have made this sandesh. Ultimately, this sandesh appeared from the earth. So instead of eating a byproduct, I am eating a milk product. I am directly eating the earth. Then Sachi Mata said, please don't think, who taught this Mayavadi philosophy? So Mahaprabhu, apart from establishing Yoga Dharma, he also wanted to do Mayavad Khandan. So first he made his mother do Mayavad Khandan. He himself spoke some Mayavad and everything is one. And he made his mother do some Mayavad Khandan. So Sachi Mata said, although Sandesh also ultimately came from earth, if you directly eat dirt, you will become sick. But if you eat Sandesh, your tongue will get some pleasure and your body will get some nourishment. Therefore, there is a difference. They are one ultimately, but there is a difference also. Just like I can get some water in a clay pot. So that pot is ultimately a manifestation of earth, clay. If I directly pour water in the clay, will that clay be able to hold this water? No, can I cook anything in that direct mud? I need I need that clay transformed into the form of a pot, earthen pot, so that I can use it for cooking. So please stop this kind of Maya philosophy. Sachi Mata counted Nimai, and Nimai said, "This is my dear mother, very obediently." He said, he's not so obedient also sometimes, but sometimes he's obedient also. So, morning we heard that Balram is more obedient and Krishna is little naughty. He wants to explore things. So Nimai is combination of both probably.
Naughty also, he is obedient also. He is Matra Bhakta Shiromani also. But when Mata says don't take sannyas, he will take sannyas. When Mata says don't play with dogs, he will play with dogs. One day Nimai wanted moon. I want the moon. Then Sachi Mata said, you want moon? The moon has so many spots. Just like Yashoda Mata also said in Anand Vrindavan Champu. Yashoda Mata also said that moon has so many spots. That moon appeared from Samudra Manthan. Before the moon appeared, some poison halahal appeared. And some halahal entered into the moon also. Therefore, don't drink that, don't eat that. You directly eat the butter that I give you. Krishna thought that moon is condensed butter. Here, Nimai also wanted that moon. Sachi Mata said, that moon has so many spots. But you are Gaura Chandra. You are the golden moon. So you have no spots. Akalanka Gaura Chandra Dila Darshan. Sakalanka Chandriyara Kona Prayojan. Yeah. Akalanka Gaura Chandra Dila Darshan. Kalanka means spots. Akalanka Gaurachandra means Gaurachandra who has no spots. Dila Darshan, he is giving darshan. Sakalanka Chandrara Kona Prayojan. Actually, Kaviraj Goswami speaks this shloka in the context of Mahaprabhu's appearance. Because Mahaprabhu appeared on lunar eclipse day, right? So that real moon started hiding himself because Gaurachandra is appearing. So, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya says in Chaitanya Shataka, Kanaka Mukura Kantim Charu Bhaktrara Vindam Kanaka Mukura Kantim Charu Bhaktrara Vindam Madhura Mukura Hasyam Pakva Bimbadharoshtham Suvalita Lalitangam Kambukantham Natendram Tribhuvana Kamaniyam Gaurachandram Prapadye. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya says, Kanaka Mukura Kantim Charu Vaktrara Vindam. So the beautiful lotus-like face of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Gaurachandra, is so sweet when he smiles especially. And Kanaka Mukura Kantim, it's emanating a golden radiance. Madhura Mukura Hasyam Pakva Bimbadharoshtham. His smile is so enchanting and his lips are like the bimba fruit, like Krishna's. Suvalita Lalitangam Kambukantham Natendram. Kambukantham Natendram, his throat is like a conch shell. Suvalita Lalitangam, from top to bottom, he is most enchanting. Every limb of Lord Gauranga's body is perfectly formed. Tribhuvana Kamaniyam Gaurachandram Prapadye. Let me offer my obeisances to Gaurachandra, who is Tribhuvana Kamaniyam. He is most enchanting in all the three worlds. Because his beauty is the combination of Krishna's beauty and Radha's beauty, Radharani's beauty. So as Nimai started growing, he became little naughty as usual, like Krishna. So many complaints used to come. All the elderly ladies there, they used to complain to Mother Yashoda. Even the younger girls there. So some younger girls, they were trying to do some worship of goddess Ganga and some devatas on the bank of Ganga river. Then immediately Nimai goes there and sits there and says, I am the master of the Durga. I am the master of this Ganga. I am the master of all the devatas. You should offer everything to me. Then I will bless you. If you don't offer your bananas and all the puja paraphernalia to me, then I will curse you. You will get old husbands. So like that. If you offer it to me, then I will bless you that you will have wealthy, handsome, young husbands. You will have very beautiful kids. So I will bless you like that. Then all these girls would come and say, Nimai, you're like our brother in our village relationship. Why are you teasing us like this? Huh? It's not appropriate. We'll complain to Mother Sachi. So they say like that. But Nimai is in his own world, making some pranks. And sometimes when the Brahmanas are taking bath in Ganga, Nimai would go underwater and he will pull them down. And all these Brahmanas, they will go and complain to Jagannath Mishra. In Krishna Leela, all the Gopis, prominently the Gopis would go and complain to Mother Yashoda. But in Chaitanya Leela, sometimes fatherly devotees also go and complain to Jagannath Mishra. And Jagannath Mishra says, I will discipline my child. Right? There, Yashoda Mata becomes strict with Krishna. And Nanda Maharaj always supports Krishna. Right? So when the Gopis complain to Yashoda Mata about Krishna, Yashoda Mata says, no, my boy is very disciplined. He will never do such mischief. You are unnecessarily making some complaints. So you just go away. So she sends them away. But after the Gopis go away, Yashoda Mata had a counseling session with Krishna. She says, Krishna, although I tried to defend you in front of the Gopis, I am fully aware that you are doing so many naughty pranks with them. You are going to their homes, you are creating havoc there, you are breaking their pots, you are stealing their butter, you are even threatening them. Sometimes Krishna would go to these Gopis' homes and he would say that I didn't find any butter today. Tomorrow I will come at the same time. If I don't find any butter, I will get some burning coal and throw it on your homes. And your entire home and all the members in the home will be burnt. Sometimes Krishna would go and pinch the babies and make them cry. Sometimes Krishna will go and pass urine and stool in very clean homes of all these Gopis. So Krishna Leela is very elaborate. So Yashoda Mata would defend Krishna in front of the Gopis. But after the Gopis go, Yashoda Mata would become strict with Krishna. She would say, Krishna, you should not be doing like this. Are you not ashamed? You are the son of the king of Vrindavan. And you are going to the common people's homes and trying to steal. Are you not ashamed of it? Then Krishna says, Yashoda Mata, you don't trust your son? You trust your neighbors more than your son? You are doubting me? Out of my love and affection, I go to their homes. I consider these Gopis' sons as my brothers, as my friends. Therefore, out of affection, seeing them as my mothers or aunts, I just go out of affection, and they are making some complaints and telling you, and then you are believing all of them and you have no trust on your son. Then suddenly Nanda Maharaj makes his entry. He has a big beard. And Nanda Maharaj says, what's happening? Suddenly, Nanda Maharaj lifts up the whole mood. The ambience of that home is little intense now. Krishna is serious, Yashoda Mata is serious, both are grave. Then Nanda Maharaj comes and says, what's happening? Then Krishna leaves Yashoda Mata, jumps into Nanda Maharaj's lap and says, see what Yashoda Mata is saying. She's saying, I'm a thief. Then Nanda Maharaj says that my son Krishna is the most disciplined child in entire Vrindavan. He will never do any mischief. Yashoda, if you become strict with him or scold him, I'll punish you. He will lift his hand like this. Then Krishna would immediately catch that hand, pull that hand down, and jump off Nanda Maharaj's lap and goes into Yashoda Mata's lap and embraces her. Yashoda Mata smiles, Nanda Maharaj smiles, Krishna smiles, and Krishna escaped with the punishment or scolding. But here Jagannath Mishra, he says, I have to discipline him. So he will give a feedback to Nimai. One day, one mystic personality appeared in Jagannath Mishra's dream and said, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Your son is not ordinary son. Why are you trying to chastise him and discipline him? What is the use of your trying to discipline him? Then Jagannath Mishra, absorbed in his Vatsalya prema, Vatsalya bhav, he said that whatever he may be, he is my son, I am his father. I have to discipline him. This is my duty. This is my dharma as a father. So that's his absorption in Vatsalya bhava. So one day, little Nimai brought some little puppy, baby dog, and started playing with the dog with so many of his friends. Then Sachi Mata came and said, you are the son of a Brahmana. You are supposed to be very clean, Shuchi, Shubhrata. You have no Shuchi, Shubhrata. And you are playing with dogs like this. Go and take a bath immediately. Then Nimai said, I will take bath. but I want this dog. I love this dog. This is my dog, right? Protect it nicely before I take bath. So then Nimai went to Ganga to take a bath, and he came back. By the time he came back, this puppy went along with the mother. Then Nimai started crying. Eventually, that puppy started chanting the holy names of Lord Hari and went back to Godhead. Nimai became very happy. So, in this way, Nimai is doing so many childhood pastimes, giving so much pleasure to Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Mata. Before Nimai's elder brother, Vishwarup, and Nimai took birth, Sachi Mata gave birth to 8 daughters. All of them died. And they were praying to Lord Govinda, "Oh Lord, please give us a surviving child." And after they got a surviving child, Vishwarup, again their prayer is, "Oh Lord, thank you very much." So sometimes in this world, when there is difficulty, we remember the Lord. When there is prosperity, we forget the Lord. Or some people, when there is prosperity, they thank the Lord, but when there is pain, they blame the Lord. But devotees are not like that. Their dependence on the Lord, their prayerful attitude is not dependent on the external comfortable or uncomfortable material situation. Irrespective of how the situation is, they are always dependent on the Lord. Prabhupada has beautiful purport in the Adi Leela, 13th chapter. He says, devotees are always dependent on the Lord, just like Sachi Mata and Jagannath Mishra are praying to the Lord when they lost their kids. Again, they are praying to the Lord when the kids survived. Right? So, at any point, devotees' life is characterized by unconditional, unflinching dependence on the Lord, remembrance of the Lord. So, before Nimai, Vishwarup took birth, and he's just growing up nicely as a very intelligent young boy. He's especially associating with Advaitacharya and many other pandits and scholars and devotees there. He is going deep into Shastra. So as he's growing, one day Jagannath Mishra told Sachi Mata, "We need to prepare for the marriage of Vishwarup. We should get him married. He's growing up as a very nice young boy, coming to marriageable age. We should conduct his marriage." But Vishwarup, being so absorbed in philosophical discussions, spiritual discussions with Advaitacharya and many other devotees, he never wanted to get married. So he left home. To cut the long story short, Vishwarup just left home and took sannyas. Then Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Mata were devastated. "Oh, our elder son, he took sannyas. We are missing him." So they were feeling so pained at heart. And Jagannath Mishra at this stage, he thought that because of being educated so nicely, Vishwarup understood what is what in life, and he understood the futility of material pleasures, and he accepted sannyas. Probably Nimai also will follow the same route. I need to protect him. How to protect him? How to retain him at home? By stopping his education. So Jagannath Mishra decided to stop the education of Nimai. He was not going to school. Earlier he was going to school, but he stopped going to school. So meanwhile, Nimai had a dream. In the dream, Vishwarup came in the form of a sannyasi and said, "Nimai, you also take sannyas. Come with me, my younger brother." Just like Shavalasvas followed their older brothers Haryashvas. So how did Narada Muni inspire Shavalasvas? He spoke the same riddle that he spoke to Haryashvas. You know that Daksha had 2 sets of sons, Haryashvas and Shavalasvas. So Haryashvas, 10,000 Haryashvas went to the forest to worship the Lord, and Narada Muni came and influenced them to take sannyas. Basically, he spoke a riddle. All these 10,000 Haryashvas understood that riddle with their own intelligence and came to the same conclusion that we should take sannyas. So they became pure devotees and they went back to Godhead also. Then Daksha had 1,000 sons named Shavalasvas. As a dutiful father who is supposed to train his sons in austerities and enable them to take some austerities at a young age before taking up the responsibilities as a king or husband. So Daksha had sent the Shavalasvas also to the forest. And Narada Muni came. He spoke the same riddle to Shavalasvas, 1,000 of them. And he added one more extra line. Generally, younger brothers follow the footsteps of the older brothers. They also took sannyas. 11,000 sons in one shot became sannyasis. That is Narada Muni's style. So, anyways, Coming back to this, Vishwarup said, Nimai, you also take sannyas. Then actually Nimai took some betel nut and then he went into sleep, and in this sleep he got this dream, and then somehow the dream broke and then he got up, and Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Mata were in front of him. Then Nimai said, I had a dream, a mystic dream. I saw my brother Vishwarup as a sannyasi. He's also inviting me to become a sannyasi. You know what I told? I said, I will take care of my mother Sachi. I will take care of my father Jagannath Mishra. I will not take sannyas. I told him, I gave him this reply. Then Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Mata felt very happy, but also there is some pain in the heart that they lost their first son, and they are protecting him nicely. Meanwhile, another incident happened. One day, Nimai went and sat on some pots. In those days, people used to use earthen pots, use and throw. So once the pot is used for cooking, they would just immediately dump the pot somewhere. So Nimai went and sat on the pot, on these rejected pots, used up pots, broken pots. Then Sachi Mata immediately came to him and said, Nimai, what are you doing? Why are you sitting on these broken pots? Why are you sitting on these used up pots? They are rejected pots. Then Nimai gave a logic. These pots are used to cook bhoga for Lord Narayana, the Supreme Lord. How can they be contaminated? They are not contaminated. They are paraphernalia used in the Lord's service. Then Sachi Mata said, still you should take bath. Still, although they are used in the Lord's service, you must take a bath. Then she made him take bath. And later Nimai said, see, you are not sending me to school. You stopped my education. How will I understand what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad, what is auspicious, what is inauspicious? Why did you stop my education? Then Sachi Mata went and expressed it to Jagannath Mishra. Nimai is saying like this. He is feeling little concerned that we stopped his education. Please do something. Then again he went to school. Then he became little scholarly and so many things happened. He defeated Keshav Kashmiri, many things happened. Meanwhile, one day, suddenly, Jagannath Mishra gave up his body. So, Nimai went to Gaya to perform his final rites, offer some oblations, and then he came back and he started chanting the holy names of the Lord. Till now he was a scholar, but later he became absorbed in holy names. And in Navadvip, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu, and Nityananda Prabhu, and Advaitacharya, and all these Panchatatvas there came together and they started chanting the holy names of the Lord. Now Nimai, as a naughty boy, from a naughty boy, he became a great scholar, and after that, he became so absorbed in chanting the holy names of the Lord, especially after his father's departure. So, this Sankirtan was going on in Navadvip for a long time. And especially Srivasangan became the place for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan pastimes. Basically, he appeared on this planet for one important reason, to establish Yuga Dharma. Yuga Dharma Yutam Punarnanda Sutam Dharani Suchitram Bhava Bhavochitam. Tanu Dhyana Chitam Nijavasayutam Pranamami Sachi Sutta Gauravaram. Yuga Dharma Yutam Punarnanda Sutam. Just for the purpose of establishing Yuga Dharma, which is congregational chanting of the holy names of Krishna, that Nandasuta Krishna again came in the form of Sachinandan. Dharani Suchitram Bhava Bhavochitam. Dharani Suchitram, he is like a brilliant ornament of this Dharani, this earth. Bhava Bhavochitam, his preaching, his preaching is very suitable to release all these conditioned souls from the cycle of birth and death. Bhava Bhava Uchitam. Tanu Dhyana Chitam Nijavasayutam Pranamami Sachi Sutta Gauravaram. Tanu Dhyana Chitam. He is meditating on his own self. He is not different from Krishna. He is Krishna. But he is meditating on himself in the form of a devotee. Being absorbed in the mood of a devotee, he is meditating on himself. Nijavasayutam. He is always accompanied by his transcendental abode. and let us offer obeisances to Sachinandana Gaurahari. So he is absorbed in his sweet leelas of Sankirtan. Then one day, as he was chanting the holy names of the Lord, doing some Sankirtan during the night time in Srivasangan, the general format is during the daytime they do some Harinam Sankirtan publicly also, but during the night time only intimate crowd is allowed inside. So Mahaprabhu enters Srivasangan and many other devotees like Advaitacharya, Srivas Thakur, and then few intimate souls only will be there. They all, whole night, they chant the holy names of the Lord. One day, as Mahaprabhu is so absorbed in this Sankirtan, Srivas Thakur could hear some cries. Somebody is lamenting, somebody is crying in his home. So he went inside into the inner chambers of this home and he found that his own relatives, his wife and other relatives were crying. Why? His son died. Then Srivas Thakur said two things. Number one, you should understand that this son, my son, is very fortunate because he passed away at a time where Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is absorbed in Sankirtan. Second, you should not cry now. You should not cry now because your crying will disturb the Sankirtan of Lord Gauranga. So I don't want anything to distract him or disturb him. So let his Sankirtan be continuing. So all the family members of Srivas Thakur were trying to control their tears, control their wailing, crying. And Srivas Thakur came and joined the Harinam Sankirtan. And after a while, especially towards the end of the night, Lord Gauranga felt that I'm not feeling the same ecstasy which I used to feel every day. What is different now? I wish to understand. Then one devotee came and informed Lord Gauranga, Srivas Thakur's son died. Hearing this, Lord Gauranga came inside. He saw the dead body of Srivas Thakur's son. And he said, Srivas Thakur, why did you not inform me about your son's death? All this time throughout the night, why did you hide this painful incident? How did you tolerate that pain within you so far? Then Srivas Thakur said, my dear Lord, your happiness is my happiness and your pain is my pain. So to make you happy, to keep you happy, I can tolerate the death of my son also or any other bigger calamity also. For me, your pleasure is most important. You are so absorbed in Harinam Sankirtan. How can it disturb you by sharing this inauspicious news? Actually, it is auspicious because he died when you are absorbed in Harinam Sankirtan in this home. He is very fortunate. Then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Srivas Thakur, don't worry. From today, myself and Nityananda Prabhu are your sons. We consider you as our father. Next, Mahaprabhu said something very mystical. He said, how much these devotees love me. They consider my happiness their happiness, my distress their distress. They don't want to do anything against my desire or that causes some disturbance to me. How can I leave such people? How can I leave any of them? Then the devotees are a bit surprised. Why is the Lord even saying about leaving us? Why would He leave us? He is there with us forever. So this Harinam Sankirtan, quote unquote, spiritual party will continue forever. That's our expectation. So why is the Lord speaking about leaving? Nobody could understand it. So one day, as Mahaprabhu is just happily doing Harinam Sankirtan in the night in Srivas Thakur's home, then one Brahmana wanted to enter. Somehow he did not get the entrance. Srivas Thakur's home was locked. It's only few people are allowed inside Srivasangan, not everybody. So this Brahmana met Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on the bank of Ganga the next day and said, I did not get entry into this Harinam Sankirtan at Srivasangan. I was restricted. How can you restrict me like this? I curse you. May you lose all your material pleasures. May you completely lose all your material pleasures. You will not have any material life anymore. So, actually that curse was a blessing on Mahaprabhu. He was never attached to material pleasures. He's the supremely spiritual Lord. Although he's acting as a human being, as a devotee, as a normal, simple Brahmana in Navadvip area, still he has no attachment to any of the material pleasures or household pleasures. So that curse was blessing, which will soon become a blessing. So as events are happening like this, one day, Mahaprabhu started manifesting some Radha Bhav. As we discussed this morning also, there are two types of reasons for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's descent. Internal reasons and external reasons. Confidential reasons and common reasons. The external reason is to establish Yoga Dharma, to establish the process of chanting the holy names of the Lord, and to distribute Krishna prema through Krishna Nama. That's external reason. But internal reason is to experience the emotions of Srimati Radharani in her loving separation from Krishna. You may think internal is more important than external. Yeah, for him, internal reason and confidential reason is more important. But for a conditioned soul, external reason is more relevant. Right? So we need to connect with the external reason more before we could even understand even a particle of a drop of the ocean of the Radha Bhav that Mahaprabhu is experiencing. So external reason is more relatable to a sadhaka or a conditioned soul. Anyways, Mahaprabhu entered Radha Bhav and he started saying Gopi, 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 Gopi. One Sanskrit student noticed it, as Kaviraj Goswami describes in the 17th chapter of Adilila of Chaitanya Charitamrita. One Sanskrit scholarly student noticed and said, Nimai, why are you chanting Gopi, 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 Gopi like this? At least if you chant Krishna's names, Krishna, 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 that will at least give you some pious credits, some sukriti. What will you get by chanting the names of Gopis? Mahaprabhu found two faults with him. Two faults. Number one, how can you say that chanting Krishna's names will give pious credits? Chanting Krishna's names will give you Krishna prema. It's the best of all processes of bhakti. It's the foremost, especially for Kali Yuga people, it's most relevant. Kalyananam nidhanam kalimalamathanam pavanam pavananam patheyam yan mumuksho sapadi parapada praptaye prochyamanam Vishramasthanamekam kavivaravachasam jivanam sajjananam bijam dharmadhruvasya prabhavatu bhavato bhutaye Krishna nama. Kalyananam nidhanam. This process of chanting Krishna's names is the abode of all auspiciousness. Kalimala mathanam pavanam pavananam. Kalimala mathanam. This process of chanting Krishna's names will completely destroy the mala, contamination of Kali Yuga. Pavanam pavananam. Of all the types of purifying processes, chanting the holy names of Krishna is the most purifying process. Pavanam pavananam. So in this way, the glories of the process of chanting Krishna's names is glorified in so many scriptures. And here is the Sanskrit student who is saying that by chanting Krishna's names, you will get some sukriti, some punya, some pious credits. Mahaprabhu is very upset with it. It's an offense to the holy name. To minimize the glories of holy name is an offense. Then Mahaprabhu found second fault in him. What was the second fault? He said, why are you chanting Gopi, Gopi, Gopi? You can always remember the name of a devotee also. We say Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. We say Narsingh Bhagwan ki Jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki Jai. So we glorify the devotees also. Because they live pure life. And by chanting their names, by remembering their examples, we get a lot of inspiration. We get empowerment in the practice of bhakti. We get that encouragement. They set a great example, ideal example. They are like role models. They are our spiritual heroes. By following their footsteps, by remembering their examples, by glorifying them, by praising them, we'll come more closer to Krishna. And in fact, Krishna says, the devotees of my devotees are more dear to me than my devotees, direct devotees. So how can this Sanskrit student find a fault with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when Mahaprabhu is remembering the devotees of Krishna, that to the topmost devotees of Krishna, the Gopis of Vrindavan? And that too, what is the glory of these Gopis? Even Uddhava, one of the closest associate of the Lord, constant companion of the Lord, in Dwaraka and in Mathura, he came to Vrindavan and he saw the Gopis and said, I just need dust from their lotus feet. I don't have even a trace of devotion of all these Gopis. Asamaho charana renu jushamaham syam vrindavane kimapi gulmalataushadhinam yadustyajam svajanamarya patham chahitva bhejurmukunda padavim shrutibhirvimrugyam. Asamaho charana renu jushamaham syam. I just want to become dust particle at the lotus feet of all these gopis. Uddhava, being a prince, a very exalted prince in Mathura city, if he goes to the simple ladies and says, I just want dust from your lotus feet, can you please give? They will not give. They feel very embarrassed. They'll feel very shy. Oh, you're a prince. We are simple village girls. How can we give dust? They will give dust to Krishna, but not Uddhava. Why? When Narada Muni comes to the gopis and says that Krishna has headache, the only medicine for that headache is dust from your feet. Oh, then you please take it as much as you want. They fill their pots and then they placed in Narada Muni's hands. Go. And Narada Muni says, do you know what happens to you if you give your dust to the Lord? What happens? His headache will be cured, right? No, something else also happens. You'll go to hell. That's okay. The gopis say that to relieve Krishna from his headache even for 1 second or a fraction of a second, we don't mind staying in hell for the rest of eternity. That is the extent to which the gopis love Krishna. But they never consider themselves superior to any other devotee and give their dust as a indication of their blessing. So Uddhava felt that no, only if Krishna has headache, they will give dust. If I want dust for their as blessing, they will not give. So I have an idea. I'll become a blade of grass in Vrindavan. I'll become a creeper in Vrindavan. Vrindavane kimapi gulmalataushadhinam yadustyajam svajanamarya patham chahitva. Dustyajam. It's very, very difficult to give up. What is difficult to give up? Social customs and Vedic regulations and their own womanly shyness. They have surpassed all of them and they came out of their homes to serve Krishna on that Sharat Purnima night. Pati sutanvayad bhratru bandhava ati vilanghyate nyachyutagata. So they have given up everything. They came to serve Krishna. And even Uddhava is aspiring for their dust. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is trying to acknowledge their glories and seeking their and saying their names, Gopi, Gopi, Gopi. And here is the Sanskrit student who doesn't understand the finer nuances of devotional service, who cannot understand the glories of the Gopis of Vrindavan, who doesn't understand the glories of the holy name of Krishna. He criticized Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu couldn't take it. He just picked up a stick to beat him. He picked up a stick to beat him and started chasing him. And that Sanskrit student ran away from Mahaprabhu and entered the assembly of few other Sanskrit students. So all these, so-called scholarly students, they started criticizing Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They said, Nimai has gone crazy. He has gone mad. He's trying to strike a Brahmana. He doesn't even understand that it's a great offense to strike a Brahmana like this. And I just said that he is chanting the name of Gopis. What kind of sukriti he will get by chanting the names of Gopis, but still he is trying to beat me. Then Mahaprabhu understood. These people are not taking me seriously. Sometime back we saw how Mahaprabhu is so famous. When Mahaprabhu just placed one order that tomorrow we'll confront with this Chand Kazi, all of you get your torches. In the night we will have a big, big procession and confront him, this magistrate. Let's see what he will do. So then hundreds and thousands and lakhs of people came there just by the one instruction of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Navadvip. He has such a great following. In those days, there was no social media. Nobody was putting on status. Mahaprabhu has given this instruction. This is my status. WhatsApp status, Instagram status. Broadcast message is not sent. He just said in the assembly of some devotees, the news went viral. So much viral that hundreds and thousands of devotees joined, lakhs of people joined. That is the following of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Although Mahaprabhu is adored so much and respected so much by so many people, hundreds of devotees, still, even he had some enemies. He never considered anyone as enemy. But there are some people who saw Mahaprabhu very lightly, who took him very lightly, took him for granted. They are criticizing Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They were considering him very ordinary. He's a grahastha, we are also grahasthas. What a big deal. Right? Why should we hear him? He's a brahmana, we are brahmanas. He's a scholar, we are a scholar. He's studying some scriptures, we are also studying some scriptures. And they some of these people, offenders, envious people, they even went and complained to Chandkaji. And here is one group of Sanskrit scholars, they even criticized Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then Mahaprabhu understood. These people are not taking me seriously. The very purpose of my appearance on this planet as a Brahmana in Navadvip area is to establish Yoga Dharma. Advaitacharya called me. He was loudly calling me. He was offering me tulsi leaves and Ganga water. Yavaila Sat Shri Tulasi Vimishra Krishnangri Renva Vyadhikambu Netri. So, Ganga water is always mixed with the flavor of Krishna's dust and tulsi leaves. Because Ganga is emanating from Krishna's lotus feet, and tulsi leaves are always present at the lotus feet of Krishna. So Ganga is always flavored by some dust of Krishna and some tulsi leaves also. So Advaitacharya took that little Ganga water and some tulsi leaves and started worshipping Shaligram, and with his loud calls, he's calling, Mahaprabhu, please descend. These people are too much engrossed in their material karmakandic pursuits, and also some of them are too much into debates and arguments and scholarly analysis of scriptures, not understanding the essence of scriptures, not understanding that smartavya satatam Vishnu vismartavyo na jachachit sarve vidhinishedhasyur etayoreva kinkaraha. Not understanding that always remembering Krishna and forgetting Krishna is the essence of all scriptures, is the essence of all prescriptions and prohibitions of scriptures. They are referring to scriptures and being absorbed in karmakandic rituals. How is this justified? Oh Lord, oh my God. Unless you personally come and establish Yoga Dharma and teach them the process of chanting the names of the Lord, they will not be delivered. Please come down. That was Advaitacharya's request. And in response to that request of Advaitacharya, even our Haridas Thakur also prayed along with Advaitacharya. In the Antyalila of Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami writes that Advaitacharya and Haridas Thakur both were together chanting the names of the Lord and inviting the Lord to this world. Let me go to Bhagavatam for a minute. In the 11th canto Bhagavatam, 5th chapter, Navayogendras speak to our Nimi Maharaj. They say, Dhyeyam sada paribhavagnam abhishtadoham tirthaspadam shiva virinchinutam sharanyam bhrityartiham pranatapala bhavabdhipotam vande mahapurushate charanarvindam. This shloka describes the 9 glories of taking shelter of or meditating on the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya. One of those glories is Shiva Virinchi Nutam. Even Shiva and Virinchi means Brahma. Even Brahma and Shiva also worship and glorify the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Brahma in the form of Haridas Thakur, Shiva in the form of Advaitacharya. They together glorify the Lord and pray for the Lord's appearance. Right? So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was thinking, my devotees Haridas Thakur and Advaitacharya are praying for my appearance, and I appeared to spread the holy name of the Lord here and enable people to attain Krishna prema. But they are offending me. If they offend me, what will happen to them? I must do something. I must do something to receive respect from them. Mahaprabhu taught. The essence of his teachings are Trinadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Sahishtuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadaharihi. Amanina Manadena. Respect everyone and don't expect respect from anyone else. Don't hanker to be honored by others. And here is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu intending to take sannyas to receive honor from others. It's not against his teachings, by the way. He is trying to receive respect from others only to benefit them. See, the intention matters. It's not that he is begging for likes and shares and comments on the social media. It's not that he doesn't have enough fans. It's not that he doesn't have enough people to respect him. Yes, lakhs of people came in that Harinam Sankirtan. in that civil disobedience movement against Chandkazi. That's what Prabhupada writes. So many people, lakhs of people came. But Mahaprabhu wanted to deliver even the offenders also. That's how Karas Goswami explains in the last chapter of Adilila. Mahaprabhu wanted to deliver these pakandis, atheistic people, materialistic people, those who are so immersed in materialistic doctrines and atheistic philosophies and very, very mundane habits also. Mahaprabhu wanted to benefit them also. Yes, some of these people are respecting me. They are following my teachings. They are chanting the holy names of the Lord. But what about these so-called scholars who are thinking themselves to be scholars, but actually that vidya is not para vidya, it is jada vidya, mundane scholarship. They are referring to the scriptures, getting absorbed in karma kanda and jnana kanda. I want to deliver them also. Just to deliver such people, Mahaprabhu deliberated and felt I should take sannyas. Because in those days especially, sannyasi gets some respect. Monks have some honor. Whenever somebody sees a sannyasi, they naturally bow down in front of them. And Mahaprabhu is planning. If they bow down in front of me, I will forgive all their offenses. I will bestow upon them Krishna prema and Krishna nam. This is the purpose of Mahaprabhu's acceptance of sannyas. So Mahaprabhu contemplated on this. Very seriously he contemplated. I must enable people to chant the names of the Lord. They should listen to me. Not in a mood of, public attention, wanting public attention. Many people expect, Meri awaaz suno. Listen to me, hear me. But Mahaprabhu is not in that mode. Mahaprabhu wants to benefit people. So he wanted people to respect him, bow down in front of him, listen to him, follow his teachings. Therefore he took sannyas. And what he intends to teach is pure Krishna conscious philosophy, and what he wants people to accept is the process of the chanting the holy names of the Lord. So Mahaprabhu contemplated on it very deeply and went and expressed in front of his devotees. First he went to Nityananda Prabhu. He said, Nityananda, you are non-different from me. I am planning to take sannyas. I need your permission. And this is my intention. I have come here to give the nectar of Krishna prema, but people are not taking me seriously. They are identifying me as one amongst themselves, and they are not taking me seriously. Therefore, I am seriously considering to make myself a little different from them, so that they listen to me, they respect me, so that they can accept my teachings. Nityananda Prabhu said, my dear Lord, that will not bring happiness to your close devotees, especially your mother, Sachi Mata. Did you ever think about her before thinking in these lines of accepting sannyas? Jagannath Mishra is not there, and Vishnupriya is not there, and her 8 daughters died before, and Mahaprabhu had Vishnupriya as his wife at this moment. She was hardly 15-year-old girl, teenage girl. So if Mahaprabhu leaves, then the entire responsibility of this 15-year-old Vishnupriya lies on the 67-year-old Sachi Mata. At that elderly age, tolerating intense feelings of separation from her beloved son, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sachi Mata is supposed to take care of Vishnupriya. Did you ever think about her? But anyways, you are independent Lord. You can decide whatever you want to do. But if you decide something, who am I to raise any objection? So please inform other devotees and take their opinions also. Then Mahaprabhu went to Mukunda. And Mukunda was devastated. How can I accept your decision, my dear Lord? But you are the Supreme Lord. How can I obstruct your decision also? Please do whatever you feel is appropriate. Then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Gadadhar. And Gadadhar Pandit said, where in the scriptures it is mentioned that to accept Krishna prema, to go back to Godhead, you have to give up your family, give up your mother, give up your wife, and take sannyas? Where is it mentioned in the scriptures? When you take sannyas, the first thing that you are going to accomplish is the death of your dear mother, Sachi Mata. Are you ready for it? So I am not accepting. But anyways, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You are completely independent. You are Ishvara. Who can obstruct your decision? You please do whatever you please. But please go and inform your decision to Sachi Mata. But Mahaprabhu doesn't do that. You go and inform Sachi Mata, he said. And then Mahaprabhu started expressing his feelings to few other devotees also in an assembly as they were discussing. And everybody had some concern, but also they understood Mahaprabhu's concern. Now in this context, let's once again go back to Srimad Bhagavatam. Tyaktva sudustyaja surepsita rajya lakshmiyam dharmishta arya vachasa yadagadharanyam Maya mrugam daita ipsita manvadhavat Vande Mahapurushate Charanar Vindam. In the Bhagavatam commentaries, we see that this one shloka describes the pastimes of Lord Ramachandra, Lord Krishna, and Lord Gauranga also. Should we discuss all three or only Gauranga? All three. Okay. Which one first? Ram or Krishna? Ram. Okay. I'll follow his instruction. So, Tyaktva means to give up. Sudustyaja. Tyaja means to give up. Dustyaja means very difficult to give up. Sudustyaja means extremely difficult to give up. Tyaktva, he has given it up. Lord Ramachandra has given up the most difficult thing to give up. What is that? Surepsita Rajya Lakshmi. Rajya Lakshmi means the opulence of this kingdom, Ayodhya. It was announced that Dasharatha Maharaj will coronate Lord Ramachandra, but he was informed that for that same Muhurta, you are not being coronated, your brother Bharat will be coronated, and you must go to the forest, Vanavas, for 14 years. There is no trace of disappointment in Lord Ramachandra's face when he heard this from Kaikeyi. Kaikeyi said, you should go to Vanavas, and as if nothing has happened, as if we are able to eat this evening, instead of pizza, we are making pasta. Is there any change in expression? Then also we'll have some change in expression, but there's absolutely no change in expression. Or instead of pasta, we will have khichdi, non-spicy khichdi. There's a lot of disappointment. But Lord Ramachandra, there is no trace of disappointment, no trace of discouragement. So he is, okay, my dear mother, I will happily go. Absolutely no problem. So he just wore normal clothes and then he went into the forest along with Sita Devi and Lakshman, who voluntarily came to accompany him. Tyaktva sudustyaja surepsita rajya lakshmim means Lord Ramachandra has given up that which is extremely difficult to give up, which is most prosperous kingdom of Ayodhya. Surepsita means even Devatas also aspire for it. Rajya Lakshmi. Dharmishta. How did he give up? Why did he give up? Because he is rooted in dharma. What was his dharma? As a son, my dharma is to follow the instructions of my father, who is also the king. Dharmishta Arya Vachasa. Arya Vachasa refers to Dasharatha Maharaj's promise. Yadagadharanyam. He went to which Aranya? Dandakaranya. Maya mrugam dayita ipsita manvadhavat. And he started chasing Maya mrugam. Who is that Maya mrugam? Golden deer. Marichi, who came in the disguise of a deer. Two demons came in disguise to kidnap one woman in Ramayana. One demon, Ravana, who came in the disguise of a Brahmana sage. Another demon, Marichi, who came in the disguise of a golden deer, only to kidnap Sita Devi. See? These are demoniac plans. Maya mrugam daita ipsita manvadhavat. So, he is trying to chase this Maya mrugam to please his wife Sita Devi. Vande Mahapurushate Charanara Vindam. Let us offer obeisances unto that Mahapurusha, Lord Ramachandra. This is Ram. Next, Krishna or Gaura? Obviously Krishna. We should end with Gaura. So, Tyaktva sudustyaja surepsita rajya lakshmiyam. Here Tyaktva means Krishna also has given up. Sudustyaja, which is extremely difficult to give up. Surepsita, which is aspired even by great devatas also. Rajya Lakshmi. What is the Rajya Lakshmi? The opulent abode of Mathura Dham. So Krishna, as soon as he took birth in the prison cell of Kamsa, he has given up this opulence and prosperity of Mathura, and he went to I'll come to that. Dharmishta Aryavachasa Yadagadharanyam. Here Krishna is also described as Dharmishta, or one who is rooted in Dharma, who honored the words of Arya. Here Arya refers to his parents. Vasudeva and Devaki became very anxious of Krishna's protection, especially Devaki Mata said she's very anxious about Krishna's protection. Okay, to reciprocate with their desire to protect him, Krishna said, okay, Vasudeva, please take me to Gokul. Yadagadharanyam. What is that Aranyam? Vrindaranyam. Lord Ramachandra gave up the opulence of Ayodhya kingdom and went into Dandakaranya. And Lord Krishna gave up the opulence of Mathura kingdom and went into Vrindaranya. Vrindaranyam swapadaramanam pravishad Gita kirtihi. Vrindaranyam. Vrindavan, Vrindaranyam. That's him. Then Maya Mrugam. Daita Ipsita Manvadhavat. Very interesting interpretation of this Maya Mrugam here. So, Maya can refer to illusory energy. Maya can refer to mercy also. Maya can be like personification of Krishna's internal potency, that is Srimati Radharani also. Mrugam means generally a deer or an animal. But Mrugam can also mean a toy animal. Just like little girls play with some toy animals, right? Toy giraffe, toy monkey, toy deer, like that. So Krishna became a toy in the hands of Srimati Radharani. Here Maya Mrugam refers to Krishna only. Maya Mrugam Daita Ipsita Manvadhavat. Krishna became like a toy in Radharani's hand. Prabhupada writes in one purport. Actually, the queen of Vrindavan is Srimati Radharani. And Krishna is an ornament of Radharani in Vrindavan. Krishna is just an ornament of Radharani in Vrindavan. Vrajeshwari. Vrajeshwari Vrajadhipe Shri Radhike Namostute. So she is Vrajeshwari. Of course, sometimes Yashoda Mata is also called Vrajeshwari. Nagani apani dukha dekhi Vrajeshwari mukha. This Vrajeshwari is saying, see the face of that Vrajeshwari. This Srimati Radharani is saying, Krishna, you may not consider my pain. At least see the pain of Yashoda Mata. So, anyways, that is Krishna. Now let's come to Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Tyaktva sudustyaja surepsita rajya lakshmim. How does this line apply to Gauranga Mahaprabhu? Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he has given up. Tyaktva. Sudustyaja, which is extremely difficult to give up. Surepsita, which is aspired for even by great devatas also. Rajya Lakshmi. Here Rajya Lakshmi refers to the opulent household life. Prabhupada writes that household life is very happy and joyful when there is a loving mother and loving wife at home. When the mother loves and cares for the son, and the wife also is very loving and caring, then that man's household life is considered very successful and very pleasant. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had a loving mother, Sachi Mata. And he also had a loving wife, Vishnupriya Devi. This is considered Rajya Lakshmi, great opulence, which is like royal opulence. But he has given up and he took sannyas. Dharmishta Aryavachasa. Here Mahaprabhu is called as Dharmishta, who has honored the words of an Arya. Who is that? The Brahmana who cursed him. He need not accept that curse. Mahaprabhu need not accept that curse, but he accepted it. Dharmishta Aryavachasa Yadagadharanyam. Which Aranyam? Jarikhandaranyam. Ram entered Dandakaranya, Krishna entered Vrindaranya, and Mahaprabhu entered Jarikhandaranya. Actually, entering Aranya also signifies taking sannyas. Maya Mrugam Daita Ipsita Manvadhavat. Another important interpretation. Here Maya Mrugam Daita is explained in this way. The conditioned soul is like an animal in the hands of Maya, illusory energy. Maya is bewildering the conditioned soul. Daita, out of his intense daya or compassion on the conditioned soul who is chasing after mundane, illusory, materialistic pleasures in this world by the influence of Maya, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted sannyas to show compassion upon them. Daita Ipsitam Anvadhavat. There is another point also. Ipsitam Anvadhavat. While trying to show some compassion on the conditioned soul who is chasing after material pleasures, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also pursuing his spiritual pleasure. The reasons, the internal reason for his descent. What is the internal reason? Radha Bhav, to experience Radha Bhav. As in the mode of Srimati Radharani, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is trying to experience the feelings of separation from Krishna. Ipsita Manvadhavat means his own desire, intense, heartfelt desire is to approach Krishna, remember Krishna in the mode of Radharani. He is doing that. Vande Mahapurushate Charanaravindam. For this purpose, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted sannyas. Now comes a very heart-touching description of Sachi Mata's feelings. Mahaprabhu decided and he expressed his decision or his desire in front of some of his associates, and he went to and this news came to Sachi Mata. She has been hearing Mahaprabhu is interacting very closely with Keshav Bharati, a saint. Mahaprabhu is also expressing his desire to take sannyas in front of some of his devotees, close associates. What's going to happen now? Sachi Mata felt very sad. She is not speaking to anyone. She is unable to digest this, accept this. She is praying that this should not become true. One day Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Sachi Mata and said, Mother, why do you look so dull? Why are you looking so sad? Did I commit any offense? Please tell me. Then Sachi Mata said, Nimai, I have been hearing from different places, some rumors were there that you are about to take sannyas. Is it true? Please don't take sannyas. Vishnupriya has taken sannyas when you were a small child. He never came back. I could never see him also. If you take sannyas, I will never be able to see you also. How will I be able to maintain my life? You are my life and soul. Jagannath Mishra passed away. All my previous eight daughters passed away. Vishnupriya has taken sannyas. I am maintaining my life just seeing you. I have no other reason to live except your pleasure, except your presence. And Vishnupriya is very young, hardly 15 years old. So please don't take sannyas. She is pleading Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then Mahaprabhu said that, my dear mother, you have given me this body. You have given me this birth. And I am eternally grateful to you. And you are my mother in all my previous lives also. You have been eternally my mother. And our relationship will never be affected by any material obstacle. But still, out of my concern for all these conditioned souls who are struggling in this material existence, I have taken this decision to accept sannyas. Kindly bless me. I need your blessings. Without me accepting sannyas, I won't be able to benefit these conditioned souls. I want to deliver these people by distributing Krishna prema through Krishna nama. For that I need your profuse blessings. So, you see, you look at this phenomena. Krishna would have continued in Vrindavan. In fact, Krishna derives greatest pleasure in Vrindavan more than any other place. But Krishna had to come out of Vrindavan, go to Mathura, go to Dwarka, then go to Kurukshetra and many other places to do some Dushta Samhar, Dushta Sikshana, Shishta Rakshana, Dharma Parirakshana, all this he had to do. Although he's not that excited to do all these three things, in comparison to spending time with Vrajavasis, playing with Gopas and Gopis and cows and calves in Vrindavan. This gives more pleasure to Krishna, but still he's taking out time for that. That is his compassion. Right? If you remember, in the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Suta Goswami very beautifully narrates Krishna's Dwarka Leela. The 7th chapter describes this Ashwathama episode. The 8th chapter describes Kunti Mata's prayers. 9th chapter describes Bhishma Stuti. 10th and 11th chapters describe two profound feelings of Krishna prema. Two profound facets of Krishna prema. What are they? Vipralambha and Sambhoga. Vipralamba means the pain of separation experienced by the Hastinapur Vasis when Krishna was leaving from Hastinapur. Sambhoga means the pleasure of reunion experienced by Dwarka Vasis when Krishna returned to Dwarka. You know that 10th and 11th chapters of the first canto of Bhagavatam. So, in that context, Krishna just enters the Dwarka palaces. He meets his mothers, 18 mothers, Devaki and her co-wives, and he meets Ugrasen Maharaj, he meets Vasudeva, and many other people. And finally, he enters his loving chambers of his queens, 16,108 queens. All the queens look at Krishna. They embrace Krishna through their eyes first. They glance at Krishna. Because of the culture, because of their womanly shyness, they cannot directly go and hug Krishna. They're just standing there. They're glancing Krishna. And through the glances, they embraced Krishna. And through the glances, they took the beautiful form of Krishna into their eyes and into their hearts. And within the hearts, they embraced Krishna. Second embrace. Then third embrace, they have sent their sons, their kids, go and embrace your father. Because son or child is considered to be a part of mother's body. When the child goes and embraces the father, it's as good as a mother's embrace, not in a conjugal sense, but in a sense of affection. This is how in three ways they embraced. So like that, in a very, very sweet manner, Sutta Goswami was describing the loving exchanges between Krishna and his wives. There he also speaks very beautiful shlokas. Uddama bhava pishuna balaval guhasa vridavaloka nihato madano piyasam sammu yachapama jahat pramadottamasta yasyendriyam vimathitum kohakairna sekuhu. Such beautiful shlokas he says about Krishna's Madhurya Leela in Dwarka with his queens. But suddenly, this Sutta Goswami, who has been describing in several verses the sweet relationship between Krishna and the queens, he suddenly goes to Kurukshetra. That Krishna, who is experiencing these conjugal pleasures with the Dwarka queens, he is the one who orchestrated this entire Kurukshetra war. He acted like forest, he acted like a wind that creates friction between bamboos and creates forest fire, and that forest fire burnt entire adharmic people in Kurukshetra. Why? Uddama Bhava is happening here. Very sweet description of Krishna's relationship with the Dwarka queens is happening here. But suddenly he brings Kurukshetra flavor there. Then Vishnu Chakravarti gives a beautiful explanation just to show the contrast. How difficult, how austere it is for Krishna to leave these loving queens and go to Kurukshetra and deal with Shakuni's plans, Duryodhan's politics. Very austere for Krishna. In fact, Krishna is not excited to deal with Shakuni, Duryodhan, Dushyasan, Karna, all these people. But still, he is obliged to deal with them. He is supposed to deal with them. What to do? Although he is not excited personally, just for our sake, just to establish dharma, just to protect common innocent people from this dharmic people, just to establish Dharmaraj or Yudhishthira Maharaj on the throne of Hastinapur, Krishna had to orchestrate Kurukshetra war. Even many times we may think, I am not getting to do the service that I like to do. I like to sing, but they engaged me in this jhadu pocha work. I like to worship the deities, but they told me to do crown control, pot washing, whatever. Sometimes we may think that we don't get to render the favorite service, our favorite service. But Krishna's favorite service or Krishna's favorite activity is to spend time with Vrajavasis, his own beloved associates who love him, who care for him. But he is interrupting his deep, intense pleasures with his intimate associates and taking out time for the conditioned souls. Mahaprabhu is taking sannyas. Why should he leave Sachi Mata, who loves him so much more than her own life? Why should he leave Vishnupriya? Why should he leave Advaitacharya and Srivas Thakur and many other loving associates in Navadvip? And then enter Jharkhand forest, enter sannyas. Arunam nayanam charanam vasanam vadane skhalitam svakana madharam. His beauty is so... okay, his beauty is... we'll do some other time. I need to make this point. We are in a very serious mood now. So he is... Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is adored by so many devotees, his beauty is adored by so many devotees. He has to shave up now. All his curly hairs have to be just taken out. And it's very painful for all his beloved associates to see him get shaved. We'll come to that moment in few minutes. So why Mahaprabhu had to do all this? Why Krishna had to do that austerity? Why Lord Ramachandra had to do that austerity? Tyaktva sudachya surepshita rajya lakshmi. We discussed all that, right? All three interpretations of that shloka. So why Ram had to do this austerity of entering Vanavas? Why Krishna had to leave Vrindavan and enter all these big cities to deal with all the political situations there? And why Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had to leave his beloved associates and take sannyas? Only for us. For our sake. Just to deliver us. To enable us to chant the holy names of the Lord. To inspire us to accept Krishna prema. To distribute Krishna prema profusely. Without any discrimination. Patra vicharanam na kurute nasvam param vikshate deya vimarshako nahinava kala pradiksha prabho sadyo yah shravanekshana pranamana dhyanadina durlabham datte bhakti rasamsa eva bhagavan gaura param me gati. Patra vicharanam na kurute. He doesn't differentiate who is a patra, who is apatra, who is qualified, who is not qualified, who is eligible, who is not eligible, who has all the prerequisites, who doesn't have any qualifications. He doesn't discriminate. He just gives. Patra vicharanam na kurute nasvam param vikshate. Who are my party, who are outsiders. He doesn't differentiate. Whoever comes, accept. Take them, let them accept Krishna prema. Deya vimarshako nahinava. Should I give or not? Deya adeya. He doesn't differentiate. Kala pratiksha prabho. Should I give now or tomorrow? Or next yuga? Or next day of Brahma? Or next creation? He doesn't postpone. He came, immediately give him. Right? Kala pratiksha prabho. No waiting also. Sadyo yah shravanekshana pranamana dhyanadina durlabham datte bhakti rasamsa eva bhagavan gaura param me gati. So that which is very, very difficult to attain through many other processes, Mahaprabhu is giving so easily, so mercifully, with absolutely no discrimination to everybody. But the problem is, we are not ready to accept. Most of the conditioned souls in this world are not ready to accept that Krishna Nam or Krishna Prema, although Mahaprabhu is very liberally distributing to everyone. So we need to develop that seriousness. The topmost of all the qualities of Krishna is his love and his affection towards his devotees. He has so many qualities. In the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, second section, Rupa Goswami writes 64 qualities of Krishna. But these are 64 prominent qualities. Krishna has innumerable qualities. Guna. So many gunas Krishna has. But of all the qualities of Krishna, the foremost quality is his love, his affection, his kripa, his mercy upon his devotees. That is the best part of Krishna, to show love and affection for his devotees. And what is the best part of the soul, the jiva? The best part of Krishna is to give Krishna prema to everyone, to show love and affection towards everyone. The best part of the jiva is to reciprocate with that Krishna's love and receive that gift that Krishna is giving. But that best part is not active, right? The best part within ourselves is not very active. Recently we had this retreat, Govardhan retreat with His Holiness Sachinandana Swami Maharaj and Bhurijan Prabhu. There Bhurijan Prabhu was making a very profound statement. He said the best part of life, the best way of living life is to be in harmony with the best part of ourselves. What does that mean? We have so many parts. One part is aspiring to take revenge on someone. One part is aspiring to get some money, name, fame, prestige. One part is having some simplicity. One part is having some other material desire. But there is one little part within us, all of us, that is aspiring for Krishna prema, that is longing for Krishna prema. And Mahaprabhu is ready to give that. Dheyam sada paribhavagnam abhishtadoham. Abhishtadoham. Abhishta means our deep desire. Abhishtadoham means Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu fulfills the deep desire that all of us have. What's the deep desire? In the deepest, best part of ourselves, we are actually aspiring for the love of Krishna. To love and to be loved is the basic need of every soul. And that love, that desire for love is satisfied only in relationship with Krishna and no one else. So, to fall in a deep, loving relationship and bonding with Krishna is the greatest and the topmost desire of every single soul, whether they know it today or tomorrow or after 10 lifetimes. We may not realize it, but that's what we are longing for. We are all longing to attain Krishna prema. But we are not consciously aware that this is our desire. We are sidetracked by so many desires. As this morning we were discussing, why we are not sufficiently longing for Krishna prema? Because we are not sufficiently hearing Krishna Katha. Krishna Katha is Sravana Mangalam, right? Why is Krishna Katha is Sravana Mangalam? Because Krishna Katha makes the ultimate goal of Krishna prema attractive and attainable. Because we are not sufficiently hearing pure Harikatha, we are not attracted to this goal of Krishna prema. But that goal of Krishna prema, Mahaprabhu is effortlessly giving us. Take it. But we say we don't want it. We have many other excitements in life. We are distracted. We have so many other desires. Accept this, you can give anything. With all respects to Devahuti Mata, let me just remember one incident. In the third canto of Bhagavatam, Kardama Muni, he says, Devahuti, I am very, very pleased with you. Extremely pleased with you. You have done such dedicated service, compromising on your own bodily comforts also. You have rendered so much service. Now, by doing 10,000 years of devotional austerities, I have acquired so much of devotional credits, spiritual credits, abhayam, ashokam. I am going to bestow all that to you. I will give you Krishna prema. Accept love of God from me. Free. Whatever pious credit, whatever spiritual credits I have acquired, I will freely bestow upon you. You know what she said? I'll take it later. Now I want a child. I want kids now, she said. Of course. Her expression, her innocent expression is a part of Krishna's plan. Unless she expresses like that, why would Kapilidev take birth as her son? So from one perspective, it's a transcendental expression. But from another perspective, it's an innocent expression. Although Krishna prema gift great souls like Kardama Muni or the Lord himself in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they are ready to offer Krishna prema. The conditioned souls are not yet ready to receive it. That's the misfortune. We are not ready to become serious in spiritual life. We still want to pursue so many material pleasures, material goals. We have not yet made, many sadhakas, struggling sadhakas also have not yet made Krishna prema as their goal. There are so many intermediate goals that come in the picture. So anyways, Mahaprabhu is willing to offer, even at the cost of compromising on his intimate loving dealings with Sachi Mata or Vishnupriya and Advaitacharya or Haridas Thakur, many other loving associates in Navadvip. He wanted to get separated from them by taking sannyas. After taking sannyas, he cannot be with them for a long time. So Mahaprabhu had to do all that. Why he had to do so much of austerity? For us, just for us, just to deliver the conditioned souls. And we will be in harmony with the best part of ourselves when we reciprocate with Mahaprabhu's effort and receive his grace, his mercy. The reception is the problem. Transmission is profuse. Sometimes you do Zoom calls, right? When there is no, especially in GV it happens. Our internet is always going up and down. So when you don't have proper Wi-Fi, although the person who is transmitting the signal or giving the lecture on YouTube or Zoom, they have good Wi-Fi, the lecture transmission is happening nicely, because when you don't have proper Wi-Fi, you cannot receive it. You cannot hear it. Or if you don't have the link, you cannot join only. Even if you have the link, if you don't have signal, you cannot join. That's what Prabhu was telling us this morning. Intensity. In the Q&A session, he was saying about the intention and intensity. Some people don't have the intention only to receive Krishna prema. Although some people have the intention to receive Krishna prema, but they lack in the intensity. They don't have sufficient intensity in their sadhana. Temperature is not there. We have to increase the temperature. So anyways, Sachi Mata pleads, Nimai, please don't take sannyas. Please stay here. You have so many friends here. You please continue to perform your devotional activities here only. You don't need to go anywhere. Please be here. Then Mahaprabhu clarified his intentions to Sachi Mata in taking such a bold step. And later Mahaprabhu met Vishnupriya Devi. Vishnupriya said, my dear husband, why do you want to take sannyas? Actually, she's very sad. Mahaprabhu asked, as if he doesn't know anything. He asked, why are you looking so sad? What happened to you? Then she said, I have heard that you are planning to take sannyas. If you think I am an obstacle in your devotional service, I'll go to my father's home. See the sacrifice that she wants to make. If we don't accept the path of bhakti seriously, all of us are answerable to the tears of Sachi Mata and Vishnupriya Devi. Right? Mahaprabhu has sacrificed so much of love and affection that he was receiving from his mother and wife. And his mother and wife sacrificed so much of their love and affection for Mahaprabhu. If we don't, and all this is happening for us. We may not be there in the scene, but it's happening for us only. Just to give us Krishna prema, Mahaprabhu is doing all this. Such Vishnupriya Devi said, if you think I'm an obstruction in your goal of spreading Krishna prema, I'll go to my father's home. I'll live there. But please don't take sannyas. She is also very loving and caring towards her mother-in-law. Sometimes there are some conflicts between mother-in-law and daughter-in-law, right? Right? Sometimes there is some conflict, especially I'm coming from an Andhra area. There I have seen so much like this. The compatibility factor is very minimal between mother-in-law and father and sister and daughter-in-law. But here, this daughter-in-law is saying, I will go to my father, you please take care of mother-in-law. Right? If you think I am an obstruction in your spiritual life, I will go to my father, but you have to take care of Sachi Mata. And she was a 15-year-old girl, by the way. Right? So then Mahaprabhu said, no, not like that. You should not cry. Your name is Vishnupriya. Means you are very dear to Lord Vishnu. How can you have tears in your eyes? You should not cry. But please understand my heartfelt desire. I want to enlighten common people. I want to preach. I want to distribute Krishna prema. In this situation as a householder, I am unable to do that properly because these people are not taking me seriously, thinking that I am one amongst them. To make them accept my teaching seriously, I must take this bold step of taking sannyas. Please understand my mission. And he pacified. So finally, Krishna, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tried to convince them. Intellectually, there's a conviction, but at heart, there is no acceptance. This is love. There is an intellectual conviction, but the heart is unable to accept it because of intense love, prema. Oh, that's your mission. Go ahead. All the best. They could have said like that, but they didn't say. Because they want him, but they want to give importance to his desire, his mission, his aim also. Just like Yudhishthira Maharaj in the first canto of Bhagavatam, he has been asking so many hundreds and hundreds of speculative questions to Arjuna. Arjuna came back from Dwarka. He looks very sad. Yudhishthira Maharaj, why are you sad? How are our relatives? How is Ugrasen Maharaj? How is Vasudeva? How is Devaki? How is Devaki's 17? How are Devaki's 17 co-wives? How is Krishna? How is Balaram? So many questions he is asking. Then he asks, are you sick? Are you doing well or not? Could you not feed Brahmanas? So many speculative questions he is asking about Arjuna's personal welfare and some events in Dwaraka. When he saw Arjuna very sad. You know that, right? First canto, 14th chapter. But Arjuna was unable to answer. In fact, he was irritated by the speculative questions asked by Yudhishthira Maharaj. Why Yudhishthira Maharaj is asking so many questions? Can't he understand that Krishna departed from this world? He had so many indications. Vidura indicated, Narada Muni indicated, he himself saw so many dangerous moments in Hastinapur. He saw Arjuna's demeanor. He could have understood Krishna departed from this world, but his heart is unable to accept. Unless I officially hear from an authorized source that Krishna departed from this world, I won't be able to accept this. So then Arjuna had to reveal, my dear brother, Krishna departed from this world. Oh, the Yudhishthira Maharaj was devastated. So this is the pain of separation that a devotee feels. Love is not measured in any material parameters. Love is measured by the amount of separation one feels for the beloved. Especially the Gopis of Vrindavan, they feel intense separation from Krishna even in the presence of Krishna. They feel intense separation from Krishna within one eye blink. Within one eye blink, they experience yugas of separation from Krishna. Truti yugayate tvamapashyatam kutila kuntalam shri mukham jate jada udikshatam pakshma kritrisham. They say that this Creator Brahma doesn't know how to design human bodies. He has given only 2 eyes, which are not sufficient to see the beautiful form of Krishna, and that too, these 2 eyes are constantly covered by these lids. And they're blinking constantly. We are unable to see Krishna. That is their intensity of separation. When Krishna was leaving Vrindavan, when Akrura was taking Krishna away from Vrindavan, all these gopis, they came on the roads. Whole night they were singing this Viraha Gita. Whole night they were gathering in smaller groups. They were singing Viraha Gita and they were waiting. Maybe some elder will take some bold step in stopping Akrura from taking Krishna and Balaram away from Vrindavan. Till now, Krishna never went to Vrindavan, went outside Vrindavan. He went to the forest only, but he never went to the city. So they were hoping, but nobody took any action. So the gopis thought, we have to take an action. For these young gopis to take an action boldly themselves is not so easy. They came, they laid their bodies on the road, and they said, Akrura, if at all you want to take Krishna away from Vrindavan, please take your chariot over our dead bodies. And some gopis went and caught the wheels of Akrura's chariot, not allowing them to move. Some gopis went and caught the horses of Akrura's chariot, not allowing them to move. They are not used to horses, they are used to cows and calves. But still, they went and caught. Some went to Balaramji and said, Balaram, please don't tell Krishna not to live. They went to Krishna and they were piteously weeping, crying in separation from Krishna. This is the pain of separation. Intense separation they are feeling from Krishna. And similar situation happened in Navadvip area. But Mahaprabhu is very firm. He expressed his pain. He expressed his goal in front of all the devotees like Mukunda, Nityananda Prabhu, Gadadhar Pandit, Sachi Mata, Vishnupriya. He's trying to convince all of them. To convince each and every individual how much time Mahaprabhu had to spend. Even in Vrindavan also, on that night when Akrura came, Krishna expanded himself into hundreds and thousands of forms and individually went to every single gopis home and tried to convince them. All the Vrajavasis, Krishna made a common announcement. Kamsa called, if you don't reciprocate with his invitation, if you don't go to Dhanuryaga, he will attack our place. He has a track record of killing his own sister's 6 sons back to back as infant babies. So we don't want Kamsa to attack Vrindavan. So let us go. Let us follow the king's order. And all the Vrajavasis, although they have pain at heart, they were saying, okay, fine, we have to surrender to this. But to convince the gopis, Krishna individually went to every single gopi in Vrindavan that night and had a long discussion. Radharani said that Krishna, if you go out of Vrindavan, I will have to go out of my body. I have to give up my body. Then Krishna said many things to convince her. So here Vishnupriya is in grief. Sachi Mata is in grief. Nityananda Prabhu is in grief. And Mahaprabhu had to individually convince all of them. For us. All. Mahaprabhu is doing all this austerity for us, for our sake. So, the intense feelings of separation experienced by the Vrajavasis and especially Gopis of Vrindavan can be seen in Navadvip also when Mahaprabhu is taking sannyas. And by the way, this is more intense than that in one sense. Because Krishna said, I am going to Dhanuryaga, I will come back in few days. But when Mahaprabhu goes out of Navadvip area taking sannyas, he will never come back. He is taking sannyas. Krishna said, if Kamsa does some mischief, I'll kill him and come back. Don't worry, my dear Vrajavasis. You have seen my strength, right? I lifted Govardhan. Do you remember that? I killed Arishtasur, Pakasur, Vatsasur, Vyomasur, Keshi. So many demons I have killed. Kamsa, I can easily kill him. I'll come back day after tomorrow. Parso aa jaunga. That's what he said. At least there is some hope. There is some hope that he will come back. But Mahaprabhu is taking sannyas. He is not going to come back again. Sachi Mata, 67-year-old Sachi Mata, 15-year-old Vishnupriya Devi. Can you just imagine? She got recently married at the age of 15 and husband says, I'm taking sannyas. Not experienced the household life sufficiently also. But how much sacrifice they had to do and how much emotions that they have to experience. So, Mahaprabhu just convinced all of them, and the day of Makara Sankranti has come. And Mahaprabhu knows this is the final meeting that I am going to have with all the Navadvipvasis. So he glanced on all these devotees. There's a meeting. Everybody came to know, kind of accepted, agreed for this bold decision. And Mahaprabhu is having a final meeting with all of them. He's seeing all the devotees who came to meet him. He is offering them garlands. He's offering them sandalwood pulp. He's embracing them tightly. And the female-bodied devotees, they're there at a distance. Mahaprabhu did not offer garlands, but he offered the garlands of his compassionate glances upon them, understanding their mood, understanding their emotions, and acknowledging their emotions, but expressing his helplessness. I cannot undo this decision, I'm sorry. I have taken a decision to take sannyas. Let me just take sannyas. So, Mahaprabhu underwent so many emotions. So that last night, Sachi Mata prepared a meal. She knows, Mahaprabhu, tomorrow morning he's leaving from this place. I won't be able to cook for him anymore. I won't be able to feed him with the food cooked by my loving hands anymore. This is the last ever meal I'm going to cook for him. She invested all her energy and emotions and love and affection in that meal and fed Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And all the other devotees there who assembled, they also felt Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is going to leave tomorrow early morning, even before we get up also. So this is the last darshan. Every moment, every second, every fraction of a second was very precious. Tomorrow morning, Mahaprabhu will not have hairs. And after his shaving and after his acceptance of saffron cloth, where will he be? What will be his headquarters? What he will be doing? Will we ever meet him? Nobody has any clue. His headquarters is not decided. Where he's going to... And in those days, there is no YouTube live transmission, live streaming of Mahaprabhu's classes wherever he is. People may not be even aware of where Mahaprabhu is going to be. Last darshan. Dripping with emotions. So, after everybody departed, after this final darshan, Sridhar Kolavecha came with a pumpkin and gave it to Mahaprabhu. So since childhood, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very dear to Sridhar Kolavecha. He said, I'm going to expose your loving devotion, wealth of love to everybody. You are a very rich man. Although you are living in such a poor hut with an iron pot, which even a most desperate thief will not even look at it. You have great wealth of love of God. I'm going to expose it. Anyways, he gave a pumpkin which grew on the creeper. And Sachi Mata made pumpkin kheer for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. One more last meal. She got another opportunity because of her intensity of love. She got another opportunity and then she just gave some, made some special kheer with that pumpkin and also with some milk which another devotee brought and fed Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is the last meal now. One more extra meal. Then the next day morning, Vishnupriya was fast asleep. 3 a.m. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu got up. He came out of his home, dead of night. Everybody was sleeping. After an hour or so, they will get up, but everybody is sleeping at that time, except one person. That is Sachi Mata. She is sitting at the doorstep, piteously weeping. And Mahaprabhu looked at her and said, "My dear mother, why are you crying so much? We had long discussions about this topic. This is the time where I need to leave. Why are you crying?" Then she said, "Nimai, I won't be able to maintain my life. The result of your sannyas, the first product of your sannyas is the death of your mother. I won't be able to survive in your absence." She is piteously crying. And Mahaprabhu again said, "Life after life, you are my mother. I will continue to interact with you, associate with you. Whenever you want, I will be present in front of you. Whenever you want to feed me by cooking something," because mothers have this loving nature to always feed their children, right? However old they may be, that Vatsalya Bhava is there, and that feeding food to the children is one of the topmost expressions of motherly love. So whenever you want to feed me something, I will come and eat. And actually Mahaprabhu did it, literally he did it. And he took sannyas and settled in Jagannath Puri also, he literally did that. Anyways, he tried to convince her more, and then finally said, "I need your blessings." Although she is crying piteously, telling him not to leave, Mahaprabhu had to leave, and then he went to that, what is that name? Katha. Now there is a specific name of that village which I forgot. So he went to that place and met Keshav Bharati and requested him, "Please give me sannyas. I want sannyas from you." Then Keshav Bharati said, "You are a young 24-year-old man. You go back home, lead your household life very responsibly. And when you become 50 years old, you come here." He doesn't know Mahaprabhu planned to be in this world only for 48 years. But he's saying, out of his affection, he's saying, "Go back, and when you become 50 years old, you come back. You come back, then I will give you sannyas. This is not the right time for you. You look so beautiful, so young, so energetic." But Mahaprabhu said, No, you have to give me sannyas. You are such a wonderful, nice devotee of Krishna, and I need Krishna prema. I need to advance in bhakti. I need initiation from you. I want to wear clothes like you. I want to shave head like you. So please give me sannyas. Then Keshav Bharati finally surrendered. Actually, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the one who inspired Keshav Bharati to give a specific sannyas mantra during his Guru initiation. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is inspiring Keshav Bharati to initiate him. He initiated his Guru before the Guru initiated him. Right? So then next scene is a barber had to cut Mahaprabhu's hairs. Then this barber was hesitating. Not hesitating, he declined. No, I don't want to cut your hairs. Mahaprabhu said, "I will give the most secret and confidential, most exalted treasures to you. You don't have to continue your activity as a barber anymore. I will send you back to Godhead after this lifetime. Please cut my hairs." He says, No. Even if he's promised he will go back to Godhead, he's not cutting the hairs. And everybody is in intense emotions around. The hair of Mahaprabhu is going to fall on the ground. That moment is so painful. It's like when the barber is putting his blade and trying to cut one hair, it's like piercing the heart of all the devotees there. Everybody's experiencing that intensity of emotions when Mahaprabhu requested him. Then some people even kind of angrily glanced at this barber. You understand what we are going to experience after you cut Mahaprabhu's hairs. So finally, because of Mahaprabhu's insistence and inspiration, the barber had shaved Mahaprabhu. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Kanchana Sadrusha Deha Aruna Vasan is revealed to everybody. Then he came to Keshav Bharati, accepted sannyas, and he performed great Harinam Sankirtan. And Keshav Bharati and Lord Chaitanya both together are dancing in ecstasy. They are dancing in ecstasy in front of everyone. And Keshav Bharati is a sannyasi in the Shankaracharya Sampradaya. For them, dancing in ecstasy is not there. Analyzing scriptures is there. but because of initiating Mahaprabhu, not being initiated by Mahaprabhu. Right? Of course, he was initiated in the dream, but because of being in touch with Mahaprabhu, he is dancing in ecstasy by chanting the holy names. And another sannyasi, Prakashananda Saraswati, he criticized Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, saying that, oh, you are a sentimentalist, you are jumping up and down, dancing, chanting holy names of Krishna like a sentimentalist. Bhavuka. You should analyze Shastra. You should be intellectual. Philosophical discussion is our ecstasy as Mayavadi sannyasis, not just jumping up and down and chanting the holy names of the Lord. So, but here is this another devotee, another sannyasi who is coming in the line of Shankaracharya Sampradaya. He is infused with the love of God and is chanting and dancing in ecstasy, chanting the names of Krishna because of Mahaprabhu's influence. This is how Mahaprabhu's sannyas ceremony took place. Then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I only have 10 minutes. Then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately wanted to go to Vrindavan. He was on his way to Vrindavan. I think I will not continue now. There's much more that we can discuss, but we'll leave some time for questions. After we somehow managed to come up to Mahaprabhu, although we tried to condense so many explanations. So Mahaprabhu took sannyas, and after taking sannyas, the post-sannyas leelas of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were described in Madhya Leela. We kind of went through Adi Leela very quickly now. So tomorrow we'll begin with this Etamsa Asthaya Paratmanishtha, how Mahaprabhu was longing to go to Vrindavan immediately after taking sannyas, and how again he met Yashoda, Sachi Mata. This Matru Bhakta Shiromani theme will continue. And the intense emotional exchanges between Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sachi Mata after he took sannyas are even more heart-touching than even what happened till now. So all that we will discuss tomorrow. And maybe tomorrow we'll discuss South India Yatra also, if possible. I don't know what Krishna will inspire me or Gauranga Mahaprabhu will inspire me, what Prabhu will inspire me tomorrow. But as of now, I'm thinking of continuing the Leela in this chronology and going through South India Yatra and what all Mahaprabhu has done during the South India Yatra and the lessons there. So thank you very much. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.